Okay, I know many are going to want me to talk about the Lancer versus Lancer fight, Karna versus Vlad the Impaler, or Vlad Dracula, or just Dracula in general. I know many are going to want me to talk about that. However, yes, I love those two. I love Vlad the Impaler and his entire myth, like the history on him. But I truly love Achilles and Chiron. I personally know about their history. I love the myths behind them. And just seeing how they met up and they're fighting, that truly is fucking badass. It legit had me hyped when I was watching this episode. When Achilles pops up, he's looking at Chiron, he's stunned. And Chiron's looking down at him all that. It's teacher and student versus each other. And it truly had me just stunned. I'm like, this is actually happening. Chiron versus Achilles. It's super fucking badass. Just seeing someone like Achilles, this renowned legend, and someone like Chiron, that's also a renowned legend in history, going up against each other, and they both know how each other is, how they fight, they both know each other's weaknesses, and when you see how Achilles cannot hide his weakness from Chiron, that makes this fight very even. Now, obviously, Achilles is someone that moves very fast. He has a lot of speed, he's someone that can react very quickly. I mean, we saw him reacting with lightning fast speed to Chiron's arrows throughout the episode. However, we gotta point out the fact that Chiron is the teacher to Achilles. So obviously the teacher will know what the student is capable of. The teacher will know what the student most likely will do, what course of action he will take to bring him down. And so Achilles is at an obvious disadvantage. He's at an instant disadvantage. But on top of that, though, it's kind of like saying if Achilles does win this fight, it's like he has surpassed his teacher. And like in all forms of literature, usually it's best for the teacher to give his blessing to a student and allow the student to grow stronger than the teacher. This is something you see in a lot of shows and a lot of books and all of that, and I could see that being the end result of this fight. Now, because of Achilles' legend and what legend they're going with here, I believe he has a very good shot. However, Chiron, he is someone also that is very strong. We don't know exactly how he is going to react to Achilles. For instance, if he's going to just aim for his weakness or not, we'll have to see. But overall, though, Achilles cannot be like, oh, I don't care if you shoot me. Because he needs to take into consideration that anything that's a fuck-up or he doesn't try to dodge, it could possibly hit his heel, completely kill him. He's fucked right then and there. So I'm looking forward to that fight. I'm really looking forward to seeing these two go up against each other. Out of everything I'm seeing, I want to see that so bad. Now, the next thing to get into is Atalanta's bow. Oh my god, that was badass. Just starting the fight with a noble phantasm, Atalanta just using her bow, just shooting it, and you just see the rain of arrows coming in, knocking out the skeleton soldiers and all that. Just super fucking badass. I'm loving these noble phantasms I am seeing throughout this episode, and I mean, this is what makes this series just so interesting, is because when you're watching the regular Fates, like Fate Stay Night, Fate Zero, and all that, you don't get to see stuff like this. You don't get to see the servants showcasing their, like, hidden moves, like their special skills or their noble phantasms. They try to keep that under wraps as long as possible. But when you see them just using this all out in the middle of the battlefield, Atalanta using her noble phantasm, you see Achilles, you know, how he's not really trying to hide his identity. I mean, he's going fucking crazy. And then you have it to where Vlad the Impaler, he's going in being Dracula mode. Karna as well being like a god. I mean, when you have stuff like this, you can see that it's just a lot of hype centered around it. And you just don't get to see how the characters are trying to showcase what they really are on the battlefield. They try to hide their true names or identities as long as possible, because if other heroes know who they are, they can work out counters against them. But since this is just a big-ass war, it's the Greater Grail War, obviously it's going to be on a higher scale than normal, so you don't have time to just, you know, hide your abilities. You got to go all in right then, right now, and that's what's happening, and especially in the Vlad the Impaler fight against Karna. Now, this fight, in general, majority would look at Karna and say that he's automatically going to win. He's like an immortal god. Like, how the fuck is Vlad going to win against someone like that? But we gotta take into consideration that Vlad is in his home country, but also his legend is not something that is very small, especially in today's society as well. Vlad the Impaler is a very, very well-known legend. I mean, even if you don't know the history of him, you have probably heard the name Vlad the Impaler. Everybody has. And if you haven't heard that name, you've heard the name Dracula. And many speculations and all that and theories stem from Vlad the Impaler, saying that he was the origin of vampires, or Dracula in general. And so when you look at it like that, if you know about Dracula, if you know about vampires, then you basically know who Vlad is. You've heard about him, or at least some form of his legend. And so because of that, his legend is very strong. He's might as well be immortal as well. So when you look at it, I'm very hyped up to see who is going to win this. Vlad has a lot of potential possibility of winning this fight, even if it's up against Karna, which is immortal. Because Vlad might as well consider him as mortal as well, if we are going with the legend that he is Dracula. So I am very, very hyped up for that, because I love Vlad. I love the history of him. Very dark shit, but very interesting. So far, this first episode of the fight is very, very good. Oh yes, I'm loving what I'm getting from this Fate series. And Astapol as well, going in like that, just showing really good character. I mean, going up against the Hanging Gardens of Babylon and all that, about to try to take it down, but he also refuses to use his Noble Phantasm, because if he does, he'll put the artificial humans at risk. He'll risk actually harming them and killing them if he tries to use his abilities. Because FYI, let me explain, if you're new to the Fate series, servants, they require a massive amount of mana from their, masters. They are constantly draining mana out of their masters. And at the start of the series, it was revealed that the servants can go all they want in. They can use everything they want, all their abilities, as many times as they want. It's because this side, they have a bunch of artificial humans strapped up in their test tubes to where they can be drained of their life force and all that, for the servants can continuously fight. So if the masters are getting low in mana, they can just continuously recharge thanks to the artificial humans, and then they can continue to fight. So the servants don't really need to hold back. They can use their Noble Phantasms and be completely fine. This is a big restriction in the other Fate series, because you have it to where many of the heroes, they can't just go using their Noble Phantasm willy-nilly like that, because it just drains the master, and if the master dies, automatically the servants fuck. They're GG right then and there. So they have to withhold some of their power, and since they can go all in, that puts them at a big advantage over the enemy team. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. That's kind of why Astapol wanted to hold back, is because Astapol knows about how the drain will be put on them, and doesn't want to put them in any harm, since he's grown with a bond with Sig, and he doesn't want, to harm his allies or people like him. So, very good character. I really love Ryder. Very, very, very good character. I really hope the character doesn't die in a traumatic and dramatic way, actually, because that'd be fucking horrible. But knowing how Ryders sometimes die, that could potentially be a possibility. Anyways, though, besides that, we also have Mordred heading on in, which she had a very good moment in this episode. Oh my god, that was absolutely funny when she's just driving the freaking car. She's going all crazy and all that, and you have it to where her master's like, do you know how to drive? Do you really have the extra riding skill? Like that had me laughing. How she's just going crazy and all that. She's driving, she's like flipping the car on two wheels and stuff. And he's like, make sure you try not to defy the laws of physics while you're doing this, please. And she's just going crazy driving onto the battlefield. I had a good chuckle out of that. Definitely glad to see Mordred in this episode. I can't wait till she finally arrives on the battlefield, because we do know that she will have to fight Siegfried, which once again, how the fuck, or why the fuck, or all the questions actually, like, how is Siegfried gonna be there? I'm just still confused about that, because we still don't see Siegfried. We know Mordred's about to arrive, and we know in the fight that Mordred is going to fight Siegfried, so that question is still there. Now, anyway, speaking of the other fights, we got Berserker. So Spartacus, he's going in, he's about to fight, and then we also have Frankenstein going in too, which, once again, just very adorable. I really love her. She's a very fucking cute Berserker, and the way she's just fighting all that, just badass. However, Shiro pops up, which I'm getting some heavy Gilgamesh / Kotamine Kire vibes from this man. I mean, I know his last name is Kotamine, like Shiro's is, but still, I'm getting some heavy vibes from, Kire and Gilgamesh from this character. I don't know why. Just for a character to be called Shiro, I expected the character to be kind of like very similar to the Shiro in Fate Stay Night, but that does not seem to be the case at all. I mean, even his design is somewhat similar, but he's very different in terms of personality, and the way the man is just going around all that fighting, or he's wanting to fight, there's just definitely something that fuels this man that's very different from a normal master. So, I'm kind of curious exactly who he is, and more information needs to be dived into when it comes to his character, because he's a very big wild card right now. I mean, for this man to go out and want to fight as a master, we haven't really seen something like that since, like, you know, Kirei Kotomine or, you know, Kuritsugu from Fate Zero. They are the type of masters that love going in and fighting. So, seeing something like this from Shiro, I'm kind of scared that this man's going to be insane. I mean, the last time we saw a master kind of fight a servant, I remember the scene with what happened in Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. Not going to spoil, but if you remember when Saber was going up against that master, and the master just, yeah, you remember the manhandle? What happened there? The wreckage? So I can definitely see this character, Shiro, not being someone you should underestimate, but I'm kind of curious what he is capable of. So that's about it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.